Imagine this. A woman wakes from a coma to find her entire town vanished. She's trapped in a nightmare between life and death. But what if everything she thought was real was just the start of a much darker secret? This is a story of fear, guilt, and a twisted fight for survival that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Just when you think it can't get worse, bam, the truth hits harder than you expect. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Dropping a like and a comment is the least you can do to show some love. And like we always say, even if some stories seem the same, they ain't never the same when I'm the one telling them. The movie begins on a quiet night. A bus cuts through the dark countryside, carrying a handful of passengers wrapped in shadows. Among them, two strangers sit apart. Anna, a nurse with tired eyes, and Freddie, a comic book artist clutching his sketch pad. Anna drops her book, and Freddie picks it up. A small act that feels like fate whispering in the dark. Their conversation starts simple, but soon they realize they both live in Pearl, a small town that feels more like a forgotten corner of the world. Freddie's sketches bring Anna to life on paper, his lines playful, but with something deeper, something almost like a secret waiting to be told. But then, the night turns cold. Without warning, the bus crashes, metal crunching, glass shattering, and everything goes black. The screen fades to black, leaving us suspended in a silence heavy with mystery and dread. What just happened, and who will survive this fractured journey? Anna wakes up in her own bed, but something's wrong. Her hair is longer, tangled, like months have slipped by in a single night. She blinks, confused. Time feels twisted. She gets ready for work, but when she steps outside, Pearl is silent. Too silent. No cars, no people, no sounds at all. Even the birds and bugs seem vanished. At the hospital, the emptiness deepens. No nurses, no doctors, no patients. Just empty halls and echoes that feel wrong. Anna's heart pounds as she walks the deserted streets, the weight of a nightmare pressing down. She rushes back home, hoping sleep will pull her out of this strange, haunting void. But deep down, she knows this silence is something else entirely. In the dead silence of night, Anna is jolted awake by loud music pounding from next door, an eerie break in the quiet. She follows the sound and finds Freddie, just as lost and confused as she is. Together, they face a chilling truth. They are the only two people left in Pearl. Desperate for answers, they head to the police station, but it's deserted. No sign of law, order, or hope. Freddie fiddles with the radio, trying to reach someone, anyone, but only a harsh, endless static replies. Freddie pulls out a gun, his voice calm but tense. "We might need this for protection." Anna's skin crawls at the sight of the weapon, but Freddie's steady gaze holds a dark promise. In a world where everything familiar has vanished, trust is the only defense, and even that feels fragile. Anna and Freddie decide they can't stay trapped in Pearl any longer. They try to leave, only to find every road swallowed by a thick black fog. Freddie calls it the darkness. It's alive, creeping forward like a slow, hungry shadow, swallowing everything in its path. When Freddie reaches out to touch the fog, pain shoots through his hand. A dark, bruise-like stain spreads fast, cold and real. The darkness isn't just a ghost or a trick of the mind. It's a poison creeping into their skin, turning their bodies into battlegrounds. This moment hits hard. They aren't just trapped, they're being consumed. Anna and Freddie climb to the top of a nearby building, breath shallow, eyes wide. Below, the black fog wraps Pearl like a cage, solid, unbreakable. Escape is a cruel joke. They head back to town, seeking something familiar, something real. Inside a dusty diner, a ghost from the past appears. Anna's younger self, laughing, carefree with her Aunt Lou. The warmth of that memory cuts through the cold silence. Freddie steps outside, his eyes catching a faded carnival poster. Suddenly, childhood memories flood him, vivid and sharp like a dream half remembered. Anna reaches out to touch her aunt's smiling face, but the memory shatters, slipping away like smoke, leaving only the empty diner behind. Are these visions just echoes, or windows into something deeper, darker, lurking beneath their reality? Anna's heart aches with the question, haunted by the fragile line between past and present. Anna and Freddie sit beneath the weight of their strange new world, the fog pressing closer every moment. Anna whispers, "Maybe we're dead." Freddie shakes his head. "No, this feels like something else, some parallel dimension, or a twisted limbo inside our own minds, like we're stuck in the space between life and death." Determined to make sense of the nightmare, Freddie measures the fog's slow crawl around Pearl. His voice turns cold as he says, 3 days. That's all the time we have before the darkness swallows everything. With urgency burning in their veins. They gather what supplies they can from an abandoned market, the silence around them heavy and unnatural. Anna breaks it again, doubt clawing at her voice. Freddy, though, holds on to a fragile hope. In a world fading fast, hope is their last weapon, fragile but vital. Suddenly, Anna's mind snaps back to something she heard at the hospital, a recording of doctors talking about turning off life support in 3 days. They put the pieces together, heart pounding. They aren't just trapped, they're critically injured, lying unconscious in hospital beds. Their minds have slipped into this strange, shadowy world, a battleground between life and death. Freddy and Anna know what they must do, wake up. But to do that, they have to escape this eerie dimension. They find a massive stone gate at the edge of town, an exit, maybe their only hope, but it's locked tight. Scattered on the ground around it are countless keys, tossed in chaos. A maddening puzzle with no clear answer. The path to freedom feels almost impossible, yet giving up isn't an option. Freddy fumbles through the jumbled keys, trying one after another, each a dead end. Then Anna spots something chilling, a long, heavy chain tied to a massive rock nearby. What could be chained here? Before they can answer, a low, terrifying growl rumbles through the fog. A monstrous creature bursts forth, bound, but wild and angry, with enough slack to strike. Anna and Freddy barely dodge its grasp, hearts hammering as they sprint back to their car. They speed deeper into the empty town, panic cutting through the eerie silence. Freddy's mind races. Maybe this monster, like everything else, is born from our fears, our memories turned dark. In this twisted world, even their own minds might be hunting them. Seeking shelter, Anna and Freddy slip into an abandoned building, the walls whispering silence around them. Anna shivers, voice trembling as she revisits Freddy's theory. What if the creature is just our fears, trapped and twisted inside us? Freddy shakes his head, steady. It doesn't matter where it comes from. Our goal is simple, find a way out. Then by chance, they stumble upon Freddy's childhood home, silent and frozen in time. A sharp flashback hits him. It's 1992. Freddy, alone, drawing comics in his room. Then his father arrives, promising a trip to the carnival, a rare moment of joy in a lonely childhood. That memory cuts deep, connecting him to the past and reminding them both why they must escape. Their shared history isn't just a story, it's the fuel driving their fight for freedom. Anna and Freddy, driven by hope, decide to escape by boat, floating down the river that skirts Pearl. But the darkness waits for them there too, unyielding, blocking every path they try. No matter where they turn, the fog tightens its grip, trapping them deeper in this nightmare. Frustrated, they retreat to Anna's house to catch their breath and think. In the quiet, walls closing in, they finally share what's been buried inside. Anna reveals a lost dream, writing plays, a passion she abandoned after her Aunt Lou died in a house fire. Freddy admits his own pain, his dream to be a comic artist crushed by loneliness and doubt since childhood. In this haunted world, their shared wounds become a fragile lifeline. Together, they find strength in their connection, a flicker of light against the dark. Suddenly, an idea hits Freddy like lightning. Without a word, he dashes to his childhood home. He digs through old things and pulls out a comic book he wrote as a kid. His breath catches, because the story in that comic matches their nightmare exactly. The same stone gate, the same impossible lock. Freddy races back to Anna, eyes wide with urgency. She listens, then her own memories snap into place. Her childhood play, filled with a monstrous creature just like the one stalking them now. Horrified, they realize the terrifying truth. Their childhood imaginations have broken through into this world. The monster isn't just a threat, it's Anna's guilt and fear, twisted into flesh. Their own pasts have become their worst enemies. Determined to face what haunts them, Freddy and Anna make their way to the town park. The world twists, and suddenly they're pulled back to 1992, watching their past selves live moments long buried. Young Freddy is pushed and jeered, dared to approach the old hospital, an eerie place shadowed by the ghosts of World War II casualties. Nearby, young Anna walks with Aunt Lou, her eyes bright as she talks about her upcoming play, full of hope and dreams. Their paths cross, a brief collision neither understands yet, but the weight of it hangs heavy in the air. Past and present bleed together, showing that the roots of their nightmare run deep. This forgotten meeting is a puzzle piece, one that might unlock their escape or trap them forever. Back in the cold grip of their present nightmare, the monstrous beast returns, fierce and relentless. Anna and Freddy dive into a nearby building, hearts racing as they scramble for safety. Freddy raises his gun, firing shot after shot. The monster roars but doesn't fall, only recoils, momentarily driven back. Then Freddy sees it, glinting in the beast's chest, the very key they need to unlock the stone gate. His mind races, piecing together a dangerous plan. They gather scraps and tools from the abandoned market. Working quickly, quietly, they rig an explosive trap, setting bait to lure the monster right where they want it. Hope and fear twist tight. This is their last desperate chance. From the rooftop, Freddy takes aim and fires at the beast, but his shot misses the explosive trap. Without hesitation, Anna snatches the gun, fires, and the bomb explodes with a thunderous roar. For a heartbeat, relief washes over them, but the monster still lives. Worse, it breaks free from its chains, now more terrifying and untamed than ever. Panic rising, Freddy and Anna flee to a nearby church, seeking sanctuary from the stalking horror outside. Inside those cold walls, they hide, two fragile souls against a darkness that hunts without mercy. Inside the quiet church, their fear and hope mingle, binding them closer than ever. Freddy holds Anna, whispering promises to protect her, no matter what. But then, Anna clutches her chest, pain ripping through her as her body in the real world slips closer to death. Desperation steals Freddy's heart. He makes a choice. He will face the monster alone. He begs Anna to stay hidden, to stay safe. "This is our only chance," he says. "I have to get the key and open the gate. We have to wake up." With that, Freddy steps into the darkness, ready to battle the shadows born of their fears. Freddy steps out into the fog, leaving Anna trembling inside the church. But fear and love are stronger than orders. She can't stay put. She follows him, heart pounding. Outside, Anna's worst nightmare unfolds. She sees the beast tear into Freddy, its claws sinking deep. Helpless, she watches as the creature drags him into the darkness, swallowed whole by the fog. Grief crashes over her like a storm. Freddy has given himself to save her. The silence that follows is heavier than the night itself. Heartbroken and alone, Anna returns one last time to her childhood home. Shadows of the past closing in around her. In a sharp flashback to 1992, the truth she's avoided crashes down. Young Anna, full of hope, prepares a small play, candles flickering softly to set the scene. At the same time, young Freddy, bruised and angry from bullying, hurls a stone toward the haunted hospital. The stone crashes through Anna's window, knocking over a candle. The flame spills onto the floor, sparking a fire that takes Aunt Lou's life. Anna had blamed herself for years, carrying the guilt like a stone in her chest. Now she knows the truth. It was Freddy's careless act, an accident born of pain, that started the tragedy. The weight of this revelation changes everything. Back in the present, Anna freezes. Freddy lies badly injured on the cold ground outside her home. She rushes to him, heart pounding. Tears spill as Freddy, heavy with guilt, whispers a broken apology for Aunt Lou's death. In his final breath, he finds peace in Anna's forgiveness, slipping away quietly in her arms. No sooner has he gone, the monstrous figure returns, now a symbol of Anna's own guilt and fear. But this time, she does not falter. Fueled by Freddy's sacrifice and forgiveness, Anna faces the beast head-on. The monster lunges, but Anna fights back with fierce determination, breaking free from the chains of her past. With a final strike, the beast falls, and Anna pulls the key from its chest. Her path to escape shines clear at last. With their last obstacle defeated and time slipping away, Anna drags Freddy's lifeless body toward the stone gate. She fumbles with the key, but the gate doesn't budge. Then, a sudden truth dawns on her. They must unlock it together. Their fates are bound, just as their hands now must be. Placing Freddy's cold hand beside hers on the gate, Anna turns the key. A burst of blinding light explodes, swallowing her whole. Suddenly, she gasps awake, back in her hospital bed, breathing life again, finally free from the endless dark of her coma. Anna wakes, desperate to find Freddy, only to learn he's already been discharged. She rushes to his home and sees him there, bound to a wheelchair, his body broken from the accident. The man she shared a lifetime of fear and hope with now can't even walk. Tears threaten as Anna approaches, memories of their strange, shared world flooding her mind. But Freddy's eyes hold only confusion. He remembers nothing beyond that first bus ride. As Anna turns to leave, his caretaker mentions Freddy's countless sketches of a mysterious woman. Curious, Anna shows Freddy the drawings, her face staring back at them. She tells him about the world they fought to escape. Then, gently, Freddy reaches up and touches her face. Suddenly, flashes of their shared journey explode in his mind, memories returning like a tidal wave. In that fragile moment, everything clicks. Their struggles, their courage, their forgiveness, and the deep bond that tied their souls together. They embrace, a fierce, hopeful promise glowing between them, a new beginning born from darkness. Thus, their journey ends. Anna and Freddy forever altered by the shadows they faced together. Through confronting their deepest fears and embracing forgiveness, They reclaimed not only their lives, but also each other. Their story is a haunting dance between darkness and light, pain and hope. This was the story of their fight, raw, terrifying, and ultimately redemptive. A tale of two souls who found strength in each other and a way back from the abyss. What would you do if you woke up trapped between life and death, facing monsters made from your own fears? Would you fight to escape or surrender to the darkness? Drop a like, subscribe, and comment. I want to hear how you'd survive this nightmare.